Hi guys, welcome back to the ConTechHQ Podcast. I have Logan Adkins with me here today from Stack. Hey Logan, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, Eri? Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Super excited for this episode where we get to hear a little bit more about Stack, the product features, and obviously the product demo. So we're just gonna jump right into it. Logan, do you mind just introducing yourself and just telling us a bit about what you do at Stack?
Sure. So, Eri, thanks again for having me on here. This is really
Of
cool.
course.
Um, I had no sales experience back in the day. I've been at Stack for maybe 3 years, and I didn't want to do this originally.
Oh
This
yeah?
like be in this position. Yeah.
Oh,
So I was doing some other stuff. Like I was doing some. I managed a restaurant, and then I did some real estate investing. And then I was in need of something. My buddy said, "Why don't you come over to Stack and interview?" I said, "I don't want to do sales, zero sales." And so I came over. I didn't know anything about construction, anything about technology, anything about sales. But I've been here now about 3 years, and I've done pretty much everything there is to do. So I've led teams, I've set meetings, I've ran meetings, I have gone out to trade shows, talked in person, talked to Zoom. So it's been a blast. It's been a cool learning curve and a learning experience, and it's fun getting to know and help the people who, build the stuff that we use,
yeah.
day to day in the country. So it's been fun.
Oh, that sounds great. That sounds great. I myself honestly had zero construction experience before joining Contech HQ. Shout out Tim for giving me the opportunity, obviously. But yeah, man, it's been a super great experience so far. I've been here about coming up to 3 years, honestly, as well. So yeah,
Nice. There you go.
exactly. Okay, so tell us a little bit about Stack and what you would want clients to know about the product.
Stack is an all-in-one takeoff and estimating platform that is cloud-based,
Okay.
Eri. So we are not just a takeoff measuring tool. There's a lot of other people in the industry who that is their bread and butter, is they're a great takeoff tool. But Stack is a takeoff and estimating platform that is cloud-based, that has really two main objectives, and that is to streamline everybody's workflow, to create more time back in the business, and or drive higher revenue numbers. So we're doing that and focusing on AI innovation and being the example and leading in that direction as well.
Oh, sounds amazing. That sounds like super great stuff. Um, okay, do you want to tell us what you feel makes Stack stand out in the, I know you touched on it just briefly. Stack is takeoff and estimating. That's what you focus on. But just go a little bit deeper into that and like what you would say makes Stack stand out from like all the other platforms in the market.
I go so many places with that, Eri, right?
Yeah.
And it's different for everybody because our clientele is vast. We help somebody who just got started in their business,
Mm-hmm.
but we also help companies who do $1 billion in business. PCL is a proud client of ours, like general construction, or like Cinemark.
Okay.
Cinemark is, for those of you who don't know, Cinemark is one of the top roofing companies nationwide. So we do a vast majority of everybody. Our clientele is huge, and that's what makes it fun. That's one thing that comes to my mind when you say what makes you stand out is no matter where you're at in your journey, in your process, if you have thousands of employees, we can help. If you are the only employee, we can help, right?
Hmm.
So there's that, and then there's kind of what you said, Eri. So we are a complete platform. Our vision is for you to be able to use Stack for all processes, pre-construction and eventually construction. So we want to be able to take you from the blueprint upload all the way out to the bid proposal, and then help you when you're out in the field as well. So we're constantly innovating. We're constantly figuring out how can we update our product. We're not stagnant in the marketplace.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's constantly changing. We're constantly listening to the people in the field.
Yeah.
Our users, Eri. That's how we get the updates into the system. Is we go, what do you guys want to see? What's important to you? How can we help save you more time? How can we help make you more money?
Yeah, and that's
And
super
then that's
important.
how we want to bring that in, and then almost have the field build the products indirectly.
Yeah, that's super important, honestly. I find that is a super key trait to have, because you don't want to be that vendor that's making what you think the users want, but instead you're honestly just like not actually catering to their needs, right? Because you're supposed to cater to the needs of your users, right? As opposed to just like assuming what the users want. And I think honestly that's super important. I guess later on in this session, I'd probably ask about like your plans for like the next year. So just keep that in mind. I think right now would be a great time to just like segue into the demo, which is, I would say, the most important aspect of this session. So if you don't mind, just take it away, man.
Sure, Eri, got you.
Nice.
So we're good, Eri. We're live. We're live
Yes.
with the screen here.
Perfect.
Okay. There's two routes that I want to go with this, Eri. So one, I'm going to jump into a plan set that's a little bit more complex, just to show like some cool intricacies of what we have. And I'll take you from like the blueprint upload out to the estimate and show you how we could be saving time, and maybe how there's processes in place that people are doing now that they don't realize they could be saving time with. And then I want to bring it back and then show you some cool frameworks with our AI, and then how that would work. But I'll try to fly through for time's sake.
Okay, of course, man.
So when we open Stack, Eri, I'm going to use you as if I was,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
if you're my prospect or something. I don't know. It's just like, if I'm just talking to myself or talking to nobody, you know,
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
I could practice it too.
Okay.
So when we open Stack, guys, this is what we're going to see. This is going to give us a great overview or dashboard of what is going on in the business. What projects am I working on? What is my bid status for the project? Did I bid on it? Did we win it? Did we lose it? Are we tracking that data? Et cetera, et cetera. Simple upload process with this new project button. We can skip over that. Most people are familiar with that area, and then it's pretty self-explanatory.
Okay.
So let's just jump into a project. Four main tabs we're going to be using, guys. This is insanely simple. This is one of the reasons why we get a lot of business from people who haven't used any software at all, or are using maybe older, maybe more outdated stuff, is because it is very easy to learn and easy to use. And we can give you a quick transition from implementation to, can I start using this tomorrow in bidding on my work? When can I start seeing an ROI on my investment? We're very good at making that time period as small as possible. So there's four main tabs we're going to be using: home, plans and takeoffs, reports, and estimates. Let's just jump into the plans and takeoffs. Some cool stuff we can talk about. How cool would it be, Eri, if you could categorize all of your takeoffs on your project, maybe and group them. Group them was the word I was looking for. Maybe I want to group them by CSI code. Maybe I want to group them by floor, by scope, by building.
Whoa.
Okay, so that's one of the things that we can do to help organizationally and give you a better visual, or if I have multiple people working on my project, then this is going to be super valuable for them.
Of course.
Once you upload your plans, they're going to be auto-named and they're going to be auto-searchable. So if there's anything that you need to search on here, your scope of work, your key, like a keyword for whatever you're doing, a number, you can upload all these plan sets. This would be valuable if you're looking at 50 plans, 100 plans, or something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Let's type in wall and see what comes up. And this might take a while because of this size plan set, but let's see. Actually, no, let's go to plans, and that's where I want to search wall. Okay, so what this is saying is, Eri, this in the blue is the number plan set that is on, and then in the gray, it is saying how many times that word comes up on the plan set. So when I'm just thinking about streamlinability, how can I save the most time possible? I don't want to spend time on useless stuff that doesn't move the needle. So like a plan search is valuable for a lot of people there. Categorizing is very important for a lot of people. Auto hyperlinking is very important as well. So if we go down here to a plan that I already have markings on, these details are going to be auto hyperlinked. So I can open this up and figure out what is the detail that this is telling me about. I can open this up in a new tab or a new window and have both of these open simultaneously.
Wow.
So anyway, that's very cool.
That's super cool.
Other thing, Eri. Okay, so this is where the game changes a little bit. A libraries tab. So I want everyone who's listening, all your listeners, Eri, usually what I'm hearing is I just want to be able to log in. I want all of my stuff to be saved, and I want to get to measuring as soon as possible. Usually what happens is I have to log in and I have to choose my selections. I have to find the takeoff. I have to select the material. I have to find what types of material I'm going to be using. What we can do is we can save a list, almost like a music playlist, right? So it's like your favorites, whatever you and your company are doing specifically, we can save all of those takeoffs that are specific to you in here with all of your material attached. So when I come in, I can just add this to my project. If I'm a drywall guy, I can just come in, add this drywall to my project, or just click start measuring. As I'm measuring my wall, all of my material for that wall is already attached. And I can change it accordingly, micro changes per project, like maybe different size of beam or different size of screw or drywall. But essentially I can come in, start measuring with my material attached, and then get my output.
Whoa.
This reports tab. Let's skip the reports tab. I'm going to go to the estimate, then I'll go back to that in a second. This is the workflow. This is the workflow, guys. What I'm wanting to convey is, imagine being able to upload your plan, take a measurement, and have your estimate be done simultaneously on the back end. I don't know what your experience is with doing these calls, Eri, but most of the time, if they're using a system, they're probably getting some sort of quantity in their system and then having to translate that out to some sort of Excel sheet.
Yeah.
Or write it down on a piece of paper and then figure out their estimate. My challenge to that is, what if you didn't have to translate? What if you could do both of them simultaneously? What if I could get my Excel sheet, my output in my Excel sheet, to be within STACKCT? And instead of having to do rework or redata entry, I can have all of my team all on the same page with our takeoff saved, and my estimate gets done simultaneously for me. This first page is like it's like a dashboard of what's going on in the project. What's my base cost? What's my profit? How much money are we making? What's my selling price? If we click this other button, this is where it's really cool. I'm gonna make this smaller. you're not seeing all of this right here. You're seeing, okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a little better. So this is an example of a bigger project, a bigger scope. This would be the same if I'm doing just one of these trades. If I'm just doing concrete, I can click my drop downs. Here is my concrete takeoff that we did on the front end. Assume we measured this on the front end with all of my material attached, my material and labor. So what I did on the front end, I attached all this material, I did my measurement, and it shows up like this on the back end.
Whoa.
So now we're able to see our material subcategory, our labor subcategory, our equipment costs, subcontract costs, all this kind of stuff. The screen is very customizable with different views and such. But anyway, this is the concept. This is the idea. If I need to add some sort of profit, tax, direct cost, indirect cost, we can add all of that stuff here. From this page, I can export to a bid proposal. So maybe that would look something similar to this. This is very customizable as well, but big picture, company logo, scope of work, inclusions, exclusions.
Oh, I'm not sure we're still seeing like your screen. I think you're sharing.
Oh, I'm still on. Okay, so how do we go back to?
I think it'll just be a switch. Share this tab instead. That should be that button on the tab you're sharing. Right, there we go.
There we go. Your company logo prepared by you, inclusions, exclusions, subtotals, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You can get granular or as non-granular as you want.
Oh.
So if I close this area, does this go back to no, it goes back to nothing. Oh, and then I just turn myself off. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, got it.
So imagine, that's the dream, is I have my takeoff and my estimate in one. As I'm doing my measuring, my estimate gets done simultaneously. It brings me out to the bid proposal. So in an ideal world, what we help people do is streamline this entire process, whether they're doing things by hand manually, doing parts of this manually, or doing parts of this using multiple softwares. We want you to be able to do all of that in Stack. We want Stack to be able, think of Stack like the Apple, like the iPhone, like the Apple of software, right? So why do people use iPhones? Well, it can do everything. It talks to everything. I can integrate all my stuff to it.
Yeah.
Right. I have an iPad and I have an Apple Watch, I have AirPods, and I have an iPhone.
Yeah.
Right. So imagine that, but for your business, right? How are we doing on time? Eri, do you want to stay with me and ask anything here?
We're about 18 minutes in. Honestly, man, everything you said, I would say has been pretty self-explanatory and like also like super in-depth as well. So personally, I have no questions. I think that whoever's watching this would have like enough, like more than enough information, like from everything that you said. And I guess that's kind of like the point of this. So it's like, okay, now you've seen everything that has been shared, and like I feel like this is more than enough like to help make a decision on like getting Stack or not. All right. Personally, I have no questions. I think it was pretty straightforward. It was pretty self-explanatory. I honestly, I love the user interface. I think it is super like simple. I love the green, obviously, as well. But yeah, I don't have any questions at this point.
Right on. Do we have time for me to do 5 more minutes on here?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay. This one's going to be quick. I just want to show the AI really quick. And
oh yeah.
imagine if you're drywall contractor or a flooring contractor. Right now, where our AI is, there's some stuff I can't tell you, Eri. Like there's some stuff that's confidential that's coming, 2026.
Of course.
Right now, what we're able to do and accomplish is really cool. If we're doing, if I'm talking to an interior contractor, painting, drywall, framing, flooring, right? So the process I'm going to do with this, here's an interior floor plan. I'm going to fly here just for time's sake.
Okay.
I can go count my doors, windows, rooms, and walls. Click detect. Give it some time. That's it, bro. That is it right there. It gave me my room square footage. It gave me my interior wall, my exterior wall, double swing door, single swing door, and windows. I'm going to do a drywall example or a framing example. So I'm going to isolate just my walls. And then let's isolate just the interior walls. I'm going to use this libraries tab. I'm going to add, remember, we have a pre-existing library. Everything I need is already in here. So I can upload a plan, click my AI button, add my takeoff with material attached. Right now it says 0 linear feet. It gave me 559 linear feet for my interior wall length. So now I can go to multi-select. I'm going to select all of the walls that are selected by the AI on here. All I'm going to do is change / reassign that measurement to my 2x4 frame drywall insulation. So I'll click change. I'll click finish. Now my linear footage is assigned to my takeoff with my material attached. So we can get rid of this thing that says AI. From here, I'll go direct to my estimate, click estimate. Now you have an estimate ready to get sent out to a bid proposal within maybe 60 seconds if I wasn't talking and explaining.
Yeah. Whoa. I think that's like record time for the industry right now.
Could be. The other thing that's cool with the AI tools is you can have all that. You can have your assemblies, your group of items already preset. But yeah, I think you're right, Eri. But that's the workflow. We just want it to be seamless and easy.
Yeah, and I think you're doing a pretty great job at that right now. Whoa, that is some mind blowing stuff. That is some mind. Honestly, I think it's super great to see what like all our vendors are up to. These sessions kind of just give also just myself just front row seat to like what the vendors are up to, the innovation, the growth, and it's honestly just so interesting and so mind-blowing to see what everyone is doing, especially with like AI, and just how AI is being used in the different on the different platforms for different reasons, and just like making stuff easier and just honestly pushing and making the construction industry just more efficient, more effective, more seamless. And yeah, man, honestly, this is mind-blowing stuff, and I'm super excited for everyone that gets to watch this video, because mind-blowing. I keep saying that, but this is honestly, it's mind-blowing stuff. Yeah.
Well, it's good. It's really interesting because if I took 10 consulting calls, 8 to 9 of them, that is the topic. It's, what are you guys doing for AI?
I know, right?
It's the world we live in now.
Yeah.
And
everyone's super interested in the AI and like how that is gonna help. And I'm just super excited for this, man. Super excited. This is super exciting stuff. I guess you already mentioned that there's stuff that you can't mention. But if you don't mind, like, what do you think is like, what is something that you could say is the plan for Stack in the next, say, 12 months? Stuff that you could share, obviously.
Sure. Well, the thing that's on our mind is the AI. And that comes back to what does the market want?
Yeah.
There was other things, just transparently, there was other things on our docket that we're constantly tweaking and updating.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other thing that's cool, is there's constant updates. That'd be a challenge for your viewers, is when was the last time whoever you're using updated whatever you're using? So what we're focusing on now is, let's continue the push for AI, but let's not just stop it at measuring. Like, what else can we do with it?
Yeah.
Can we have it integrated throughout the whole process? Can we have some sort of language model that I can speak to, or I can type and tell it what I want my estimate to look like, what I want my bid proposal to look like. So that's where our brain's at right now. But the vision for us is very forward thinking and innovative with artificial intelligence, which is not something that I think I would have said 3 years ago.
Yeah, honestly, I hear that. The world is moving at quite a fast pace when it comes to AI. And I just honestly wonder where we'll be in the next, say, 3 years, 5 years.
I know.
It's probably going to be insane.
Some of the estimators listening to this are getting kind of nervous.
I would imagine. I would be nervous. What?
I know, right?
I would be nervous.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous too. So we'll see. It's gonna be fun though.
Yeah, I see that happening. Honestly, I see that happening. I think we're doing pretty great with time. Is there anything else you wanted to just chip in? We're super great with time right now, so.
Yeah. I don't think so, Eri. I would just challenge people to challenge themselves, keep an open mind, figure out, do I want more of a partnership, or do I want a simple system that I can just use?
Yeah.
Where is this company, whatever it is? This is just life advice too, but where is X company gonna be in 2 years and 3 years and 5 years? What's their vision and what's important to them? How do they gauge success? For us, and for anybody in our space, we thrive every day to figure out how can we help construction companies or contractors individually create more success in their business, because that would just help, that helps us, that helps you, helping you helps us, and vice versa. So we just really want to create win-win relationships, and I think if we can work together and figure out stuff that works, try things together, fail together, figure it out, I think we can make something really, really cool. So
yeah, I like that.
Go ahead.
I was just honestly complimenting what you were saying. I like everything you're saying, honestly, man. Challenge yourself and think long term, and yeah, because the world is changing every day, and you don't honestly want to be left behind and stuck in the old ways, So yeah, I agree with that 100%.
It's exciting right now, though. I think construction is one of the huge things to get in. I think you can make, especially if you're young, if you're 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 to 25, and you're wondering what you can do to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think AI is where my mind goes, but also construction. There's getting into the trades, I think, is a very niche thing right now, because not a lot of people know how to do it, and a lot of people need the service. So it's supply-demand equation.
Yeah.
So respect to everybody listening. I mean, I got a lot of respect for you. I don't know how to change a tire, so but I can network and know the guy to change the tire, Eri.
Exactly. Honestly, I think this is one of my favorite episodes. Hey, don't quote me. But this was super fun. Thank you so much, Logan, for agreeing to do this. I guess with that, I would officially bring this session to an end. Thank you guys for joining in on the ConTechHQ Podcast. Make sure to check out Stack at stackct.com, right?
Yeah, real quick, Eri. Yeah, so if you guys want to go to stackct.com, that'll be our website. You can book a demonstration with us if you want something more in depth, or if you just want to create a free account, just create a free account. You can have access to everything I just showed you besides the AI. It's just going to be a little bit limited to the amount of measurements and projects you can upload, but we give people free access just to test it out. So I would do that first. And then you can always reach out to me directly. I don't know if there's a way for us to link that or not, Eri, but you can go on our website and just book and ask for me if you want to speak with me or any of our team. Our team is very capable and knowledgeable and veteranized. So you can always just book a meeting on our website as well.
Definitely. And you can also find Stack on ConTechHQ.com. That's it, folks. Thank you so much for joining. See you on the next episode.